8.3, I know we have some folks here for that as well.
We'll get to the really boring stuff later.
Yeah. But you mean the middle stuff?
Kidding. That implies that this is not boring. Okay, we'll move quickly here. This item is before you as a courtesy from the district. This is an item to select the ECCL project owner's representative firm from January 15th through to February 28th. The EOSD invited proposals from firms capable of serving as the owner's rep for the ECCL project through the construction completion in 2016. They received 11 proposals. District staff selected 5 of the most competitively priced firms to interview. There was a panel of that was composed of both city and district staff. Each firm gave a 30-minute presentation. It was followed by Q&A. The panelists filled out their tiered ranking sheet, and amongst the city and the district staff, there was consensus to recommend Swinnerton as the contractor. Again, while technically the district is the one who's executing the contract and not the city, in the anticipation of the ECCL joint occupancy agreement that's going to come forward to you all on June 3rd, the district is just looking to the city council for its recommendation, so there's no formal approval of the contract. The district heard the item on April 8th for its first reading, and it's expected to return to the board for its final approval on April 30th. The contract is $1.1 million, and it's funded from a combination of salary savings from both the district architect and the project assistant that was already budgeted in the project budget. And that's it.
We don't have a recommendation for this.
Any comments?
That's a motion that you move that we don't have a recommendation?
Yeah, we don't.
I'd second it.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm doing this is a very significant and substantial contract. And I don't think that the council members have received enough information, so that's why I would support your motion.
My comment is this.
Thanks for the FYI, but that's about it, really.
Okay.
It's buying I made a comment earlier. It's buying the accessories of a car without knowing what the car is going to cost. And so I would think that the district needs to come back with a cost for this project, and then we could talk about this contract. Also, I thought with the design, the type of contract we had with Turner Construction, they were going to carry a lot of this cost and oversight of this project. So to me, it seems like there's not enough teeth as far as making sure that the taxpayers get what they really want out of this project in this contract. So I support that.
Do you mean that this contract is somewhat redundant as to what we're paying Turner to do? Or?
Yeah, no, Turner, my understanding was that it was like a lease back where they were going to build it. And in that role, they would take on some of these, I thought, oversight of the construction, because they were going to look at this construction, work with the architect, come back with the criteria as set by the city and by the school district, and say, here's what we're building you for X amount of dollars. Mm-hmm. So in that case, I don't see where there would be a lot of oversight because of the dollars, because the dollars are already known.
So you feel, do you agree that there should be an owner's representative, but it just shouldn't be at this level?
Well, I feel like there's, at $1 million here, it seems awful expensive to me.
Uh-huh.
Right.
And I was hoping that by going to this lease back, that we wouldn't have this $1 million fee. And so I'm just concerned that I don't fully understand what we're getting for our $21 million. And I think we need to have Turner or somebody say, here's what we're getting, and here's what the design's going to be look like, and here's all the factors within that design for X amount of dollars, because they have a guaranteed maximum price, if I remember right, not to exceed.
Right.
So once they get that number, we all agree upon the number, then there shouldn't be some of this design oversight follow through, because all that should be there, and that should be Turner's obligation.
Right.
That's the insurance policy, basically, on watching what happens.
Yeah, because you know, the reason you watch construction because you don't have a guaranteed maximum price not to exceed. This one, we're supposed to have that. So that's my concern.
Thank you, Kurt, I share that.
And I will say, we do have a representative from the district here, that I think helped lead that process to select this. They could answer some questions. And we also have both Maurice and Cindy were on that panel. So I don't know if you want to speak a little bit to kind of what the concept is around the having this owner's rep and kind of the role that they play in relation to Turner.
Well, it'll be real important to kind of monitor the cost because there is a contingency in the contract, and we're going to make sure that that contingency is used properly, and so we don't waste that. And then, of course, there'll always be questions.
Wait. Well, first off, without knowing what the price of the project is, we don't know if there's any contingency.
Well,
right?
You're correct. At this point, we don't have all the bids yet. We don't know
so
what the amount of contingency is.
So what I'm saying is we need to get the price first, and then if we have some contingencies, maybe I'll agree with you. But until we know what the price is, that should be our starting point for this conversation.
Understood.
Anyone else?
Is there any other staff that want to make comments accordingly? Okay.
No. If you could just pass along the comments to the district, Mr. Bonet. Thank you. All right. That was 8.3, correct? Okay.